met on the 27th of February 2010. I knew who Millie was. I'd heard of this. I knew who she was. She's an amazing composer now, and is particularly in the last couple of months killing it. And it's so exciting what's happening with her career. But back then she wasn't that. Back then I knew her as an actor. She was an actress, and so that's why I knew of her, and I knew that, you know, I'd once seen her at an audition, and I sort of like, oh, I fancy her and whatever. I didn't, you know, I've never been a confident guy with like the first line with people. I'm just crap at it. Anyway, I was with some friends, and someone said, look, oh, I'm going to meet some friends up at this house party. Amelia Warner's there, blah, blah, blah. And I went, oh, Amelia Warner's there? I was like, I'm going to go. And I went up, and there she was sat on the step, and we talked for like 4 hours, honestly, just incredible like conversation. And when we worked out that we were on the same, I said goodnight, I left the party, and we discovered that we were on the same flight the next day going back to the UK, and that we lived within half a mile of each other in London. So I picked her up to go to the airport in my little rental car that I had, and I picked her up, and I wore a Christmas sweater for some reason, because I thought if nothing happens from this, she'll remember me. That was my thinking, as the guy who like picked her up in a Christmas sweater. So that was it. We flew back, and we went on a date, I think, that night. I knew really early on that I'd marry her. I really did. I knew that night, to be honest. And that's it. And, you know, 12 years and 3 kids later, here we are.
But, you know, the romance, obviously, you know, you inherited that, the romantic side of yourself.
Yeah.
Her support of you and what you do had to be unusual, I would assume, during 50 Shades. Luckily, she knows a romantic man who's madly in love with his wife, as you are. That helped ease that burden. But her support of you, I think, probably allows you some latitudes on your career too, where you could take more chances doing for you, taking, you know, a role. Describe that for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling, but I don't know any other way to feel totally supported by your spouse. You know, that's just always been our way. We've all just supported each other the whole time. We're both at this I personally believe I'm at the most exciting juncture in my career at the moment. She certainly is. Everything that's happening with her is incredible. And I do think we've harnessed that with each other. I think we've supported each other in the right ways, I think. And, you know, I think it helps with what you're saying there, that she used to be an actor, so she understands what that is. And she did it for a long time, from when she was 8 or something. She did her first, you know, she was like, did it when she was a kid and stuff. Her mother was an actor. Her dad was an actor. So, you know, she really understands all that. So when it comes to something like 50 Shades, she knows what it is. She knows it's, you know, make believe. And she knows the reality of like what doing a job like that is, and the opportunities that'll come from doing a job, and the experience that'll come from doing that job. So it's been a lovely thing to experience with someone else and share with someone else. I think for both of us, working in the same industry is really beneficial. There's an innate understanding there of what each of us have to do, sometimes need to do, sometimes have to go away, sometimes need to, you know, she has a studio here at the house. She needs to go and when she's working, she's up in that studio, and I'll take the kids, you know, like that balance where we've got that down, you know, we just have, we've got a great thing with that. We also have a real openness with each other about, saying yes to basically everything. And you know, I'm a big golfer, as you know, we played a lot of golf together. I want to do one trip a year, one boys trip. I go with the same guys, you know, of all of which you know, and we do just the 4 of us. we do a golf trip every year, and then maybe I do one other thing where I play the Dunhill, or one other thing where it's like 4 days away. They're my two like things for golf. I never play golf at the weekends. I've never played once at the week, apart from these 2 trips. I never play weekend golf, like, because I'm lucky because of my job. If I'm off during the week, and I can play golf when the kids are at school. I'll never, like, when my wife's at home with the kids, go, hey, I'm going off for 7 hours on a Saturday. Won't do it to her. It's not fair. And anytime my wife says, hey, do you mind if I was thinking, I go, yes, do it. Because, like, if that's a girl trip with the girls or something, my wife's an only child. A lot of times she wants to do stuff where she wants to do her own thing. She's an incredibly avid reader. She reads, a couple of books a week, Sometimes she just wants to go off and do something where she just has her time and space to herself. And I love that, and I want to support that, So we've got a really good thing with that where, like, and I think everyone should be like this. Also, I've never been one of those guys who suffers with like crazy jealousy, and like I trust my wife implicitly as she does me. So there's never been that thing of like, oh, you going away with the girls? Like, I don't. Where are you going? Oh, go and have fun. Go and have fun. Like, what? If I get to go away with the boys for a 3-day golf trip, she should be able to do whatever she wants. So I think that's a really healthy thing in a relationship that we've always had, of letting each other do our own things. We're together all the time, and we also make a point of doing a trip away from the kids every year. Just Millie and I go away. Again, if anyone's listening to this and they're in a relationship, that's really important, I think, when you've kids, to just get away and have that time together where, we were here first. We loved each other first before the kids came along, and you've got to have that time together. So she's just been the perfect partner, I have to say. We just, I know you have that with your wife too. I'm just very lucky with it, Scotty. We have a great understanding of each other.